it's Wendy here from Wendy Wise Beauty. Thanks for stopping by and for visiting me on my channel. Guys, today I would like to talk to you about a perfume brand, company, partly skincare brand that I have been hearing about here in Europe, but I had never tried anything from the brand until this summer. This company is called Jeanne Arthes. They are located in the south of France, in Grasse, the perfume capital of the world. This company, I believe it was started in the 70s, and in the mid to late 80s, they also started selling their fragrances under their own labels. I believe the biggest one, it is just called Jeanne Arthes. And also I believe there is a bio line, a bio-organic line, which is called Jeanne de Provence. I have not tried anything from that line. They are also doing a lot of private labeling. By the way, Jeanne Arthes, it is also the company, if you are really into perfumes, you probably would have heard already about a perfume called Cobra. This fragrance was really credited for being the original Dio Poison. Cobra is discontinued. I personally have not tried it, but I do have other perfume friends who have sampled it, and it is a well-loved fragrance. I started sampling and buying these fragrances in early summer, so I have been pretty much wearing a lot of the fragrances. I have purchased about 13 fragrances in different price categories and different series, and I have spent enough time with these fragrances, so I think by now I can really present these fragrances and give you my impressions about the line. Being that Jeanne Arthes makes quite an array of fragrances and the price points also vary, some of the fragrances are sold in the perfumeries. I have some of those, and some are even sold at French supermarket like Carrefour. And Carrefour would be your equivalent of Walmart or something like this. I am going to start with the sub-line. It is called La Ronde de Fleurs. One of the things I love about Jeanne Arthes, it is their packaging. And sometimes the accords or the notes of the fragrances are on the box. Even though these fragrances are not very expensive, they are still very well presented. Anyway, from the La Ronde de Fleurs series, I picked up 3 fragrances. There was Rose de Grasse. This one is supposedly created with the rose from Grasse, yeah? And I got Vanilla Tropicale, which is this one. And I also got the Musc Amber. The Musc Amber, it says it is the incarnation of sensuality. Its velvety and powdery notes evoke both purity and fascination. This one, I liked it very much for wearing at night. It is a very nice musk fragrance. The next one I got, this one is called Rose de Grasse, yeah? This one is formulated with the traditional rose from Grasse, and it says it is picked in May. The rose wrote the history of Grasse, the world capital of perfumes. This one is supposed to be symbolic, feminine, and elegant. The flower offers its delicate and sensual perfume to exceptional women. I am very particular about rose fragrances. I thought this one, it was a bit aggressive for my taste. So this one will go on my list of fragrances to give away. The third one I got from this series, it is called Vanilla Tropical. It says Vanilla Tropical is a real ode to escape, an invitation to a journey thanks to its sweet and exotic notes mixed with coconut. This was just okay. I mean, this is something maybe you can wear it on the beach. And the one which really caught my attention that I did like, and I will keep wearing it, and like I said, I wear it mostly at night, this is the Musc Amber. By the way, this series, it is costing €12.20 for 30 milliliters. The next fragrances which I tried, these are from the Amore Mio series. In this series, there are about 10 flankers. I tried 2 of them, the original scent, and I also tried Amore Mio, and there was a limited edition this year called Gold and Roses. What I love most about this series, it's the bottle, the packaging. It is like a snake. It looks like this. And to dispense the fragrance, you quasi have to squeeze the head of the snake and the fragrance comes out. The bottles on these are just gorgeous. They are beautiful bottles. These are costing about €12. The fragrance in and of itself, it is not bad. The packaging is beautiful. It is just that this one, it is a bit fruity, and I am not such a big fan of very fruity fragrances. This, I think, is very well suited more towards the younger crowd. The top note of this one, it says it is apple and blackcurrant and Italian lemon, and the base note, it's cherry blossom, almond, pear, and white florals. And the base note, it is frangipani, tonka bean, white cedar wood, and white musk. The Amore Mio Gold and Roses flanker, this is more of a gourmand take on this fragrance, and I preferred this to the original. It says, succumb to this darling fragrance that will dress your skin with a sensual and captivating fragrance with gourmand and oriental notes. The opening notes are bergamot, orange, and badinian. And the heart note, it is orange blossom, marshmallow, and rose. And yeah, the base is vanilla, tonka bean, and patchouli. In terms of lasting power, yeah, these are much better than the Ronde de Fleurs. These, I would say, have a lasting power on the skin from about 2 to 3 hours. And these, I would say, about 4 hours. Honestly, these fragrances would make really great gifts, I think, for teenagers or in general people who like fruity fragrances. The next 2 fragrances I am going to talk about were really good finds. I mean, I find these 2 fragrances for the price range to punch way over their weight. I got a lot of pleasure out of these two fragrances. The first one, it is called Romantic, and the other one is called Pure Romantic. These two are a bit pricier and they are costing about 17 euros. Romantic is described as a fragrance inspired by graceful and elegant women, as delicate and as sensual as a bouquet of rose or freesia. Romantic pays tribute to the eternal femininity. The top note of this one, it is blackcurrant buds, freesia and bergamot. And the hot note, it is rose and patchouli. The base is vanilla, musk, and tonka bean. This is a beautiful fragrance. The flanker to Romantic, which is called Pure Romantic, the top is bergamot, orange blossom, and black currant. And the hard note, you have tuberose, jasmine, and passion fruit. And the base, or the dry down phase, it is musk, cedarwood, and vanilla. Both of these fragrances are beautiful. I especially enjoyed Pure Romantic because the passion fruit note in this one really comes through. It is soft but not as fruity as other fragrances with a passion fruit note. By the way, guys, it could be that you are wearing Jeanne Arthes fragrances and don't know it, because this company does do private labeling. Also, if you are ever in Paris, there are some perfume stands in front of Galerie Lafayette, and sometimes they do sell Jeanne Arthes fragrances. Actually, the cap of the Pure Romantic, it is quite special. When the light hits it, it becomes a lighter shade of blue. I don't know if you can see this. The next two, they are from the Guipure series, yeah? The first one that I got from this series, this one is called Guipure and Silk, Ylang, and Vanilla. I think it is well worth the price at 7 euros for the bottle. I am not sure if this costs more, but at the shop I bought it, it was 7 euros. What I like most about this one, it is the packaging. It is very oriental in flavor. And as you can see, I have used quite a bit of this one. I have read quite a few reviews where people are saying that this one is a take also on Dior Hypnotic Poison. I really could not get much Hypnotic Poison in this fragrance. The top note, it's coconut and prune. The heart note is Ylang Ylang and cedarwood, and the base note, it's vanilla and musk. This one is very beautiful. I just wished that the lasting power was a bit more, but for 7 euros you can spray to no end. The fragrance in and of itself, it's very nice. Jeanne Arthes actually describes this as a solar oriental perfume with a sophisticated and sweet fragrance trail. I have never tried a solar oriental before. I assume maybe it's a tropical oriental, but it is a lovely fragrance. The original, which is just called Guipure and Silk, this one is a bit older and I found it to be a bit dated. It depends on your taste in fragrance. This one for me was more, maybe if I wear this, I would wear it at nighttime. It is the same type of bottle. In this one, the notes are coconut, lakritz, and almond. And there is in the heart jasmine and orange flower, and the base is sandalwood, musk, and vanilla. It was not as tropical as the Ylang sister fragrance. This one was a great find, and this one, I have to work with it. I will most likely give this away or put it in a giveaway. I have so much fragrance. I do not keep fragrances in my collection that I do not use. The next fragrance is a darling of mine. This was a super find. I love everything about this fragrance. I also recommended this fragrance to a perfume friend of mine. She also bought it and she loved it. Look at the packaging on this one. This one, it is called Tea Time à Paris and it is Macaron Amande. This fragrance, it is such a lovely gourmand fragrance, and I could not believe that this fragrance only costs about 13 euros. It is a gourmand fragrance with almond, but it is so light, and also the lasting power of this one, it is quite good. This one has also the most beautiful description. It says, inspired as an invitation to pleasure and sweet temptation, this flavorful eau de parfum combines the delicious and sweet notes of famous almond pastry with a delicate fruity and floral note. The top note, it is almond and plums. The heart note is orange blossom, and the base note is milk and vanilla. This fragrance, it's really nice. I do have a lot of more expensive gourmand fragrances with almond and also vanilla, and this fragrance really, I can say, is just as good as any one of the fragrances I have costing 200-300 euros. What I like about this is that it is not overpowering, and I can wear this fragrance to the office without being afraid that people are gonna make comments that I smell like a cake or a bakery or something like this. I do think I will at some point include this fragrance in one of my giveaways. It is just very special. The packaging, the fragrance, everything just falls into place with this one. The next fragrance I tried, this one, it is just called Sultane. It's costing 19 euros. This one was created, I believe, in 2001. It was described as a floral green fruity fragrance, but this was more like a wick oriental. It also smelled a bit dated. So this one was, I think, out of all the fragrances, the one I was most disappointed with. By looking at the reviews on different websites, a lot of people do like this, but like I said, fragrances are relative. it was not mine. The last fragrance, guys, it is the star of the show, and I think over the last couple of months, this fragrance was my biggest find. When I bought this fragrance, it was in the first lot of fragrances, and this one was so beautiful. I kept ordering fragrances in the hopes of getting another one like this. This fragrance, everything is perfect from the packaging to the juice in the bottle. The fragrance is called Balade à Paris, Soirée, Rooftop. Guys, you know my perfume collection. Look how much of this fragrance I have used. This is what Jeanne Arthes writes about this fragrance. It says, inspired by a starry night on a Paris rooftop, this feminine and mysterious eau de parfum combines the sweetness of a floral fruity accord with the energy of a warm and contrasting note of a roasted coffee. Slightly spicy, it is sublimated by gourmand and sensual notes. There you have it. This fragrance has really everything that I like. The top note, it's pear and pink pepper. The heart note, it's coffee and jasmine. And the base note is patchouli and vanilla. What I love about this fragrance is when I do spray this, I do get the accord of pink pepper and pear in the opening note, and the dry down of this fragrance, it is just heaven. This fragrance also has such good lasting power throughout the day. I do wear this day and night, and I think I will go through a bottle of this in no time. Guys, this fragrance is only costing 13 euros and 50 cents. I have fragrances in my collection which is costing 10, 20, 30 times more than this one. And this is the fragrance which has captivated my heart this year, or at least this summer. Honestly, being that Jeanne Arthes does private label, I don't know if this fragrance is sold in your part of the world under another name and maybe for a lot more money, but I love and appreciate this so much. Well guys, this is it for Jeanne Arthes so far. I love perfumes. I am not a perfume snob. If I find something that I like, regardless of how much it costs, I will always let you guys know about it. And these 5 fragrances I would recommend to anyone, depending on your taste in fragrances, and especially these 3. Pure Romantic, Macaron, Amande, and Soirée, Rooftop. This little musk one is also very nice. I use this for sleeping at night, but like I said, the lasting power of these fragrances, they are not so super. But if you should come across it, it is worth trying. This is the Musc Amber. Anyway guys, like I always say with perfume videos, perfume is very relative. I may love it, you may not, you may love it and I not. I would never get cross if you were to leave me comments about fragrances that you have tried, letting me know exactly what you think about it. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up or consider subscribing. Take care, and I hope to see you again soon on my channel. Ciao!